And you might think, oh, well, I'm selling my business, whether I get the money now or whether I get it in 10 years' time, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that the ESOPs that we put in place are designed so that the business is making more money than it otherwise would have, and part of that additional profit goes into the ESOP, which is then used to buy the shares, which are the shares that you own. So you're not giving away anything. What you're doing is you're engaging the employees so that your business is more profitable than it otherwise would have been, and you share some of that upside with the employees and cash some of it out. The business, financial and personal goals of a business owner. So it's very important not to just focus on the business. It's all about the goals of the business owner. So what does the business owner want to do out the other side of an exit? Well, in fact, we all know the saying, start with the end in mind. So when you start a business, you should be thinking about the exit strategy of the business. The exit options, so talking about who the potential buyer of the business might be. And that could be a competitor, or it could be a listed, or it could be that you actually list yourself. So engaged employees, I think you would understand, would add better value to your business. They'll try harder, they'll be more productive. Okay, well, we might cross that barrier and take the leap of faith and decide that some of our key employees would be highly motivated by actually owning some of our business. Then once you've got the end of that, you really should have a percentage of the employees that have got this ownership mindset. Once they understand all that, generally you move to that position where they're thinking and acting like you do to try and improve the value of the business. So if they've got skin in the game, they're going to be more highly motivated to sit around the table and make a positive impact on the business. So it could be that you set up your employee share plan because you've got a pretty good management team in the business who you think are capable of actually taking this thing over, and you use that employee share plan as a strategic way of exiting the business. For the money to be set aside into the ESOP, the employee needs to have hit all their targets. Otherwise, they wouldn't participate in whatever money goes into the ESOP. And I think that's really important, so that there's a proper reward and there's a proper structure around the incentive plan. Let's say you've got 5 employees in the ESOP, and you decided that you've got it, and I'll go through the way the mechanism how this works in a moment, but you decide, okay, well look, we've done better than expected, better than our target. So we're going to put 20% of our profit, we're 100 over, so $20,000 go into the ESOP. That's the way those things are structured. So there's a legal requirement to pay the money into the ESOP. Now, if only 4 of the 5 employees have actually hit their targets, only 4 of the employees will participate in that $20,000 share allocation. Peak Performance Trust, so the way it works is a profit share will go to the employee share plan, as I mentioned a moment ago. That employee share fund then buys shares off the owners. It can be used to, that money can be used to issue new shares rather than buy shares. So you can do that, but if the mindset of the person who's the owner of the business is in exit planning mode, it really doesn't make sense for a share issue to happen. And then you've got some key employees, so they're invited into the employee share plan. The invitation mechanism is completely discretionary upon the employer or the business, and obviously you've got these certain level of performance for year by year participation. So putting some numbers to that, we've got our 500 benchmark, we've got our profit share, our net profit being 600, so we've got 100 above the benchmark. We take 20% of 100,000 is 20,000, it's contributed to the Peak Performance Trust.